Aquarius, this is Debs, and this is, of course, your reading for November 2024. Aquarius, it's lovely to be with you. I hope you guys are doing well. Now, Aquarius, a really interesting vision for you. I saw someone standing in the middle of a white room, totally white, and they were pondering options. All around them were doors. There must have been 10 doors that led somewhere from this white room. But one door was bigger than the others. And this person thought to themselves, it is glaringly obvious which door I should open, but I really don't want to do it because it's going to cause a lot of upheaval. If I go through that door, I'm probably not going to be able to get back. It's going to lead me in a totally different direction, and I just don't know I want to open the door. So they went around the room and they tried to open all the other doors. But they found that all the other doors were either locked, or when they opened the door, there was a gaping void and it didn't actually lead anywhere. So this person sat on this one chair in the middle of this room, staring at this really big door, thinking, I may not have a choice but to go for that option. I may not have a choice. So Aquarius, that's where the vision ended. When I came out of meditation, I heard the words airlifted out of a situation. So Aqua, you may have been trying to go for other options, trying to open other doors because you did not want to look at the big door, glaringly obvious right in front of you, because it would somehow have meant maybe chaos, maybe a huge change of direction. You just didn't want to look at it. Don't want to look at that. You may find yourself without any options left, and you may realize that you have to go through that door. But what I think we've got here, Aqua, is you may be realizing that it's not going to be as bad as you think. It may actually be a blessing. So guys, let's get into this, find out what this is all about. The deck that I'm using is the Prometheus Tarot. My website's down below if you'd like a reading, as you all know by now. The decks are all listed, and of course the link is there to join the channel if you'd like to become a member. Yes, Aquarius, you really did not want to consider this glaringly obvious option. I just didn't want to look at it. You may not have any choice, but we will find out, okay? So Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the reading for my Aquarians, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. November 2024. I don't know why, I'm hearing the words broken, a link was broken. Maybe Aquarius, you were trying to hang on to something or hang on to the hope of something, and you're realizing that no matter what you try and do, you seem to be blocked at every turn. It's as if whatever I do, it's just not happening for me. It's not working for me. There may be a sense of frustration. You may also feel, Aqua, I've got to be honest, a building sense of fear. Okay, I'm running out of options here. I'm running out of options. I don't quite know what I should do next. But Aqua, right in front of you is this massive door. You just don't want to walk through it. Whatever that door is for you, whatever that option is, for some reason you didn't really want to look at it. Oh, cards are being strange. That one wants to come out. Okay, Knight of Swords. Aquarius, with a Knight of Swords, you may feel that if you try and go through that big door, you're going to get a lot of pushback. People may be angry with you, or people may try to change your mind. That's why you don't want to look at the glaringly obvious option, because other people aren't going to like it. Other people may say no, no. And you may not have felt you wanted to deal with that conflict. Okay, guys, this is a little bit cryptic. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing someone say to themselves, it's my very last resort. That is my last resort. I really don't want to have to look at that unless I really have to, unless it's urgent, unless there's absolutely no other options. Aquarius, it may be getting to that point, you know? It may be. But guys, let's see, all right? The Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Aqua. Crossing that is the Nine of Cups. Okay. Archangel Michael's just saying carry on. Okay, in the past, Three of Coins, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, the Lovers. The Sun in your thoughts. In the immediate future, the Hanged Man. Looking at things slightly differently, Aquarius, maybe this is you realizing you are stuck. You've run out of options. In your fears, yeah, the Seven of Wands, fearing you're going to get a pushback. Fearing, Aquarius, you're going to get a pushback. In the environment, the Two of Wands. Yeah. In your hopes, the Wheel of Fortune, hoping to move forward into a new cycle. I'm hearing someone say, I've just got to take a deep breath and jump. Okay. The Ten of Pentacles. Aquarius, you may have been adamant that you wanted to stay independent, that you wanted potentially to move yourself into a situation that will bring you a lot of happiness. But what you're realizing, Aquarius, is it's just not happening for you. It's just not happening for you. You may have been trying to build another life for yourself, a different life for yourself, because you want to be happy. But Aquarius, what you're realizing in the immediate future with the energy of the Hangman is that you don't have any other option left. This is the only option. I think the person in the environment is becoming aware that you are reaching a point where you have to take drastic measures to keep yourself stable. I'll give you a scenario. You may know of someone, Aquarius, sitting in the Queen of Pentacles energy and the Nine of Cups energy. This is someone who's got it all, or this is someone who is incredibly stable. You may have thought to yourself, Aquarius, that's what I want. That's what I want. But I don't want to hitch my bandwagon to theirs. No, I want to do this by myself. So you may, Aquarius, have been in communication with this person about moving forward, about progressing. And they may have given you a lot of advice, a lot of guidance. Well, good for you, Aquarius. If you want to head off and do this and fulfill some kind of wish of yours, then great. But you may have looked at this person feeling a little bit disgruntled because what you realized was they've already got there and I'm still struggling. This is someone you may have built a foundation with, but with the energy of the Lovers, you made a different choice. You're determined to be happy, but in the immediate future, Aquarius, you are finding yourself with no other options left. The doors are locked and closed, or when you try to open a door, there's a gaping void, and it's frightening. You know that if you open that really big door, there's going to be a lot of pushback, there's going to be conflict, and it's going to shift your life in a completely different direction. You may have, for instance, to move to a different country. You may have to let go of a lifestyle that you have been trying to build for yourself where you are now. But you may be reaching a point where you have to look at this. There's just no other options left. Okay? Clarification for you, the Moon. You're sitting in a lot of fear, Aquarius, because what's coming to light is you may not have a choice. And you didn't want to admit it. You may have sat in denial. You may have felt, no, I'm going to push on. I'm going to make this work. It's not working, Aquarius. And I don't know why. I'm feeling incredibly nervous in this reading for you guys. Yeah. The Death card. What you're frightened about is you may have to cope with major change in your life and end a cycle that you've been trying to hang on to, because whatever the cycle is that you've been working on diligently, possibly for years, you felt that if you kept going with the cycle, it would bring you the happiness, the stability, the dream that you had been coveting, is what I'm hearing. The last thing you wanted to do was to let go of the hope of this wish. It's as if you were diligently trekking towards a rainbow in the distance with a pot of gold at the end of it. But after months and months and months of trekking, Aquarius, you don't seem to be any closer. It's almost as if you traveled 10 miles towards this rainbow, only to find that the rainbow has shifted 10 miles back. So you're not any closer. And during this trek, you've become more tired. You may have felt dehydrated. You may have felt fed up. You may have had a mixture of emotions, emotional, maybe for some of you, anger, frustration. And you're realizing, Aquarius, that no matter how hard you try, you just can't reach that rainbow. You can't do it. But Aquarius, why do I feel that if you do end up having to choose that big door that you really don't want to look at, it may be the best thing that ever happened for you, the best thing that you could have chosen. For some reason, up until now, you didn't even want to look at it. No, that's sort of my last resort. Well, Aqua, you may be there, sitting, looking at the last resort. Whoever is sat in the Two of Wands, it's almost as if they're waiting, Aquarius, for you to make that decision, for you to open that really big door that leads to where they are. They've been waiting. They almost feel, Aquarius, it's just a matter of time until you give up this determination to reach that rainbow. I almost feel as if they've been waiting for you to take the rose-tinted glasses off. They're expecting a phone call, or they're expecting you to message them with something like, okay, I don't think I've got any choice. This is what I've decided I've got to do now. You may feel that with the Knight of Swords, initially there will be pushback. This could be, for instance, you ringing someone to say, I can't afford to stay where I am any longer. I'm going to have to come home. This could be your parent. And this is your parent thinking to themselves, oh my gosh, I thought my children had left home. I thought that they were living their own life. I thought they'd be successful in the cycle that they were in. Okay. They want to come back home. They can't afford to pay their rent. They can't afford to get a mortgage. I really don't know if this is going to work. You know? If, for instance, Aquarius, you have been trying to forge forward, trying to create your own little slice of happiness, but you've got to a point where you just can't do this anymore. This is you thinking, okay, well, the very last resort is for me to contact my parents and say, I'm sorry. I've got to come back home to live with you. I think they've got mixed emotions. Half of them is thinking, oh, it'll be nice to have Aquarius back home again. But the other half of them may be thinking, it's going to be tough. You could be thinking about going back to parents who may have lived just the two of them for the last 10, 20 years. You're going to be moving into the spare room and it's going to be awkward. You're going to be stepping around each other. They may be very traditional in what they expect you to do. Well, if you move back home, you've got to do X, Y, Z. It's going to be a challenge, guys. But you may feel, Aquarius, that you're running out of time. You don't want to get to the point where you get yourself into major difficulties. You've got to make a decision relatively quickly. You're looking at this huge door right in front of you. Previously, you were thinking, okay, emergency exit. All right, that's there if I really need to do that. But I really don't want to do that because that means I have to let go of reaching the rainbow with a pot of gold at the end of it, right? Whoever sat in the Two of Wands, the Star. They're thinking of you. That's your Aquarian energy. They may feel, Aqua, you're exhausted. They may feel you have run out of options. And they are almost expecting a call. 10 of Cups. Of course, they'd be there to support you. This could indeed be your parents, right? Something like that. Of course, they'd be there to support you. They can't say no, right? In the nicest sense, right? I don't think they'd want to say no anyway. But there might be a deep-seated fear that this would not work. Very difficult going back to live with parents at a certain age, because you know what it's like. They slip back into treating you as if you're 12. And you may feel deep down a sense that you failed. So Aquarius, you didn't want to look at this, but you may feel that the sand is running out of the hourglass and you may have no choice. You may have no choice. Underneath the deck is the Queen of Swords. So I may be dealing with a female Aquarian, or if you're a masculine Aquarius, you are firmly sat in your feminine energy, maybe feeling very emotional, maybe feeling quite vulnerable. The Nine of Swords. you're beginning to have sleepless nights, Aquarius, because the dream, the hope, the wish that you've been striving for is getting further and further and further away from you. Now, it may be that the divine is protecting you. It may be that they feel that if you carry on striving towards that rainbow, you're going to not only exhaust yourself, but you may never get there. This might be the divine preventing you symbolically from trekking on for another 6 months, trying to get to that rainbow when the divine may know you're not supposed to get there. Or the divine may know that once you reach the end of the rainbow, the pot of gold is nowhere in sight. You have a Queen of Pentacles sitting in the Nine of Cups, who may be a family member, could even, Aquarius, be your mother, right? Who is sort of on standby, realizing that you may be getting to the point where you've got no other option. But what I want to say, Aquarius, is wherever you are going to end up is going to place you into the Ten of Pentacles. Long-term, stable financial security. Okay? So, guys, let's get into this. Archangel Michael, why is Aquarius thinking about the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups? This is someone sat on a lot of financial security. This could be one of your parents, could even be your sister, something like that. Someone here is doing very well financially, and I feel, Aquarius, you're juggling 3 pentacles. It's difficult, okay? Who is this Queen of Pentacles, please? Yeah. 4 of coins. Up until this point of time, Aquarius, they have been holding back from suggesting that they help you or suggesting that you come home, because they didn't want to either feel as if they were pushing you to do that, but they may also be thinking, well, hang on, it's going to be a bit awkward. It's going to be an upheaval for us or for me if I allow this. So they haven't said anything up until this point of time, but they have been keeping an eye on you, realizing that you're just not getting where you want to get to. You're just not getting where you want to get to, Aqua. The Hierophant. Could be a Taurian for some of you. This is someone extremely traditional. This is someone stable. What is your energy, Aquarius? What is your energy? Yeah. You're very busy at the moment trying to pull open one of those doors. I'm absolutely determined that one of these options is going to work for me. Whilst you're doing that, Aquarius, you're teetering on the edge of this cliff top and you're juggling 2 pentacles. It's getting more and more difficult for you to remain optimistic. It is getting more and more difficult. The Hermit. For some of you, you're thinking of a Virgo. Or for others of you, Aquarius, you're sat in the energy of the Hermit, doing a lot of soul searching about what lies ahead, feeling a little bit nervous with the energy of the Moon, that you may have no option but to open that really big door right in front of you. That's your safe haven. That's your emergency exit. You didn't want to look at it before, but you're now realizing you may not have a choice. What's this Queen of Pentacles thinking about? Temperance. There could be a Sagittarian in the mix. Once again, Aquarius, what I'm getting here is this Queen of Pentacles has almost been biding her time. Again, I'm hearing waiting for the phone call, waiting for the email, waiting for you. I'm hearing to take the rose-tinted glasses off. That whatever you have been trying desperately to achieve here, you're just not getting there. It's not happening for you. You seem to be blocked at every turn, and you're becoming more and more exhausted and more disillusioned. And you may be realizing, you know what, perhaps I've just got to let go of what I've been hoping for and get myself into a really stable situation financially. Maybe a situation, Aquarius, where you don't have to worry about rent or mortgage because you'll be under the roof of a family member who is sat in a lot of financial stability. In the past, Aquarius, with the Three of Coins, you may have been trying to build some kind of foundation for yourself. You may have hoped that other people would work with you, would help you, would guide you, would give you advice. You didn't get a lot from that. You didn't get a lot that you could work with. It didn't come to much. It didn't come to much. It's as if you kept getting pushed back, you know? Page of Swords, yeah. Another difficult message of truth. That door is not opening. This is you trying the 8th or 9th door, right? These doors are not opening. Or if I manage to open the door, there's a massive cavern. It's not going to hold me. It's not going to support me. I'm going to be taking a massive jump out of this room into thin air. It's too dangerous. I can't do it, right? You're with me. After that time, Aqua, with the energy of the Lovers, you may have spoken to a Gemini. I think for the majority of you, this is simply you making a choice to not give up, to push on, to try and find your happiness. You continued, Aquarius, to try and open those doors. You continued. You continued, yeah? But with the Ten of Wands, you didn't get anywhere. You didn't get anywhere. It became heavier and heavier and heavier. I'm hearing, and yet you pushed on, and yet you pushed on. I'm not giving up. Chariot. This is you in a bit of a chaotic energy. Okay, well, I don't know whether or not to go left or right, but as long as I'm, you know, putting one foot in front of the other, it's going to be okay. But you did feel that whilst you were doing this, you know, items were flying off the end of the chariot. You may have had a puncture and had to stop and sort the puncture out, symbolically, obviously. You realized, Aquarius, you were losing the momentum, you were losing your strength because you realized that you weren't getting any closer to that rainbow. You just weren't. What you're thinking about is the sun. What you're thinking about is, you know what? If I get off this chariot and sit down on the roadside and take a breather, it may well be that this is the best option. I can't achieve what I want to achieve here. It's almost as if the divine is wanting you to go through that massive door, because through that door is love and support. It would enable you to heal. It would enable you to rest. It's there. You haven't wanted to look at it before because you were determined to push on. But what you're thinking about now is, if I step off that chariot and wave this red flag, I could move myself into a place of peace and happiness. You didn't want to look at it before because you may have felt that whoever was sat in the Queen of Pentacles would push you back. But in a strange way, she's sort of waiting for you now. She's waiting for you now, Aqua. She does have mixed emotions. She didn't want to have to open the door because she wanted you to get on with your own life. But what she's realizing now is you may be getting to the point where you need help, and serious help. What's the energy of the sun? What are my Aquarians thinking about? The Strength card. Aquarius, you may realize that if you open that door, you could recover your health. For some of you, you've been working so hard that your health has suffered. You may not be sleeping well because you're permanently sat in a place of fear. Fear about the future. Fear that if you continue on this path, you're going to end up by yourself with no options at all in a far worse place than you are now. This is you thinking, should I just hang up my hat now? Because I do not want this to get worse. What are you thinking, Aquarius? Yeah, the Six of Coins. Aquarius, you're running out of money or you're running out of options. And you're beginning to feel very nervous with the Five of Coins. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of energy. I'm running out of money. I'm not suggesting, Aquarius, you've got to a place where you're totally destitute or something like that. I don't think you are. It's all relative. You may be thinking, for instance, if I don't manage to reach this rainbow in the next 6 months, I am going to have to accept defeat. But for some of you, you don't want to wait 6 months because things may get worse. They may. So what you're realizing is, I have to make a decision, and pretty damn quickly, because none of the other doors are opening. Or if they are opening, it will be too risky to step through. It would be way too risky. What else are you thinking about, Aqua? Yeah. Aquarius, in the nicest sense, you may have been in denial, sitting in denial. I'm absolutely sure that I could reach this rainbow and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I'm pretty sure. But what you're recognizing is you've got to take the rose-tinted glasses off. You may never get there. You may never get there. In the immediate future, guys, we have the Hangman and the Two of Wands. This is someone who was waiting for your call, waiting for your message. And you're sat there with a Hangman energy, trying to get yourself out of this stuck situation. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the Hangman and the Two of Wands for Aquarius? Thank you, Michael. 28th of November. Michael's pointing forward to the 16th of December. Okay. So let's just say the month of December. You may be feeling okay. The year is wrapping up. You may be trying to see into 2025. And you may just be recognizing that you're sitting in a lot of foggy energy. I just can't see a way through this. I can't see a way through this. I can't even see the rainbow anymore. I don't know what to do here. At the same time, Aquarius, you may be checking your bank account thinking, okay, I've got enough money to keep myself going for the next few months, but after that, I'm going to have a problem. So, you are reaching out to whoever is sat in the Two of Wands. Unbeknown to you, Aquarius, they are anticipating your call. They are anticipating your call. Yes. They're sitting waiting for your call. This is someone almost sitting looking at a phone. Okay, I know any minute now that phone's going to ring and Aquarius is going to say, I'm sorry, this is my last resort, but I need help. What is this person thinking about? The Eight of Swords. That they kind of knew that this would happen. They've been in their head about it. Either intuiting, Aquarius, that things hadn't worked out for you, or things were very risky for you. They've been in their head as to whether or not you would get in touch. What is this person thinking about? Yeah, the Tower. That unless they open the door, unless they welcome you through that door, you're going to sink. You're going to sink. It is a Tower moment for them because this is not, in an ideal world, what they wanted. But they're realizing that you've got no other option. What are they thinking about? Yeah, the world. That for you, it might be the end of a cycle, the end of an era. They may wonder how this is going to work out on a practical basis, because with the energy of the world, you may be living in another country, Aquarius. And this person may be thinking, God, it's going to be chaotic. It's going to be chaotic. Aquarius is going to have to ship back all of their stuff. We're going to have to try and find room for Aquarius in this house. It's going to be very awkward. It's going to be quite emotional. But they feel they can't turn you away. They feel they can't turn you away, Aqua. The Emperor. So Aquarius, this could be your father for some of you, or an older masculine figure who may be related to the Queen of Pentacles, who is also financially secure. The Nine of Wands. It's as if they were waiting for you to get in touch. They're feeling very burdened. It's as if they can't possibly turn you away because you could very well be a member of their family, right? This could be your dad. But they know it's not going to be easy for any of you involved, maybe other family members, if you make this major decision. If you decide to come home, right? What are you going to say to them, Aqua? The Queen of Cups. So you're coming through, you're sitting in the Queen of Swords energy and the Queen of Cups. Truth and feeling very emotional. What are you saying, Aquarius? Ace of Swords. That you've come to a painful decision, and that is you have to end the cycle. You have to put in the past a life that you were striving for, because it's causing you too much burden, too much stress, and for some of you, you've realized you simply can't support yourself. You simply can't support yourself, Aquarius. The High Priestess. You may say to this person, I didn't want to talk about this before because it was the last resort, because I wanted to keep going, because I couldn't bear to fail. But the truth is, now I've got no choice. Now I've got no choice. Judgment. I have to make a serious life decision that is going to put me back on a stable path, that is going to enable me to recover, and I need your help. Five of Wands. I know it's not going to be easy. I know there's going to be conflict. I know this isn't what you wanted. I understand that. But I hope that you will appreciate that I've done everything I possibly can to keep myself in this cycle. I can't do it anymore. You're my last resort. Eight of Cups. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. What's the energy between you two? The Five of Cups. Aquarius, they can't turn you away. Even out of a sense of decency, they would not turn you away. But this is what I think both of you have been dreading. Your parents didn't really want to have to cope with you living back at home, for instance, and you really didn't want to have to make this decision. I feel I'm dealing with an Aquarian who is quite proud, in the nicest way, you know, somebody who wanted to be independent, somebody who wanted to stand on their own 2 feet, somebody who strived to be successful. But Aquarius, you're also the truth seeker. And you've realized that if you continue living in a little bit of fantasy land, trying to get to that rainbow and that pot of gold, you could simply find yourself heading into an abyss. And that is far more frightening than reaching out to whoever this is to say, I need your support. Now, Aquarius, with the Wheel of Fortune, I think you're simply hoping to move forward onto your destined path, or you may simply be hoping to move forward and actually progress, because where you are now, there's been no progression. Not for lack of trying, but whatever you have tried, it just hasn't brought you the success that you've been striving for. But Aquarius, we have the Ten of Pentacles as the outcome. So what is the Ten of Pentacles? The Page of Wands. Aquarius, this is very, very good news financially. What is the good news? Wow. That with the Knight of Coins, there may be a rather surprising turn of events. What I think we've got here, Aqua, is whoever you are communicating with, and I really feel this is a family member, what they're saying to you is Knight of Coins. Rather than you coming back home, and of course, we would welcome you home, even though silently you may feel, yeah, they don't really want me to do that. I get it. They may be suggesting that they forward you a very large amount of money. I mean, a very large amount of money. Ten of Pentacles. It may well be that they simply feel you can't pay your rent, or you can't get a mortgage or something like that, or you don't have enough for that basic expenditure. which may be what, $1,000 a month for some of you, maybe more. What they're saying is, if we gave you enough so you wouldn't have to pay rent, you wouldn't have to pay a mortgage, could you survive? Would that help you? This would be a very large amount of money. This is the equivalent of them forwarding you enough money to outright purchase a one-bedroom apartment where you wouldn't have to cope with monthly bills other than utilities, you know. That's what they're suggesting. And this is not what you expected at all. What are you thinking about? Yeah. With the Justice card, Aquarius, that may bring you back into a place of balance. Not only that, if you compromised on your dream, it could work. It would mean that you wouldn't have to go through the upheaval of maybe moving back to another country, which I don't think, Aquarius, you really want to do. We got the energy of the world. Wherever your parents or family reside, you're somewhere completely different. What else are they talking about here? The Six of Cups. Aquarius, they're talking about the past. They may even be saying to you, look, we were planning on giving you this money at a much later date. Maybe this is even when we've passed. We were planning on giving you this money in our will. They may be struggling in coming up with enough to give you that stability you need. This is a lot of money. But they're prepared to do it because, first of all, I don't think they want you to give up on your dream. Second of all, they know that they are sat in quite a lot of financial stability themselves, and they may feel they should help you. At this stage of the game, they should help you, maybe far more than they have done in the past. Maybe. Eight of Wands. Aquarius, there's going to be a lot of communication about this. A lot of communication. And with the Ace of Coins, they're going to arrange to give you a very large amount of money, which might enable you to, for instance, get out of renting and buy somewhere really small outright, or to clear a large amount of debt. If you've been trying to clear debt as well as keeping yourself afloat, it's a large amount of money. Whatever this pertains to be, you will be moving. You may be moving out of somewhere very expensive into somewhere a lot cheaper that is manageable going forward because you've now got money in the bank. What is this person saying? Okay, Seven of Coins, yeah. They may say to you, this could be your brother, it could be your grandfather, it could be your father. They've been looking at the past and they realize they didn't help you in the way that they should have done in the past. You may have given them every indication, Aquarius, that you were fine by yourself, you were managing, life was good. But what they're saying to you is, we should have helped you a bit more in the past and we didn't, or I didn't. And I've got some savings, or we've got money put away. We want you to have this now. Now, Aqua, you may think to yourself, well, it's because you don't want me to land myself on you in the situation you're in, possibly. It could be awkward. But Aquarius, I also feel that you didn't really want to open that door either. Not really. That was your last resort. This is a very healthy compromise that is going to bring justice and balance to your life and is going to enable you to get yourself back on your feet. It may be for the rest of your life you won't have to pay rent or mortgage, And it might be that gradually, even though your dream may have to change, you may need to compromise, you're going to feel that sense of security and peace within yourself. You're no longer going to be sat in a place of fear. You're no longer going to be stressing about the next few years. You got your feet firmly on terra firma because of this financial gift from family members. What is your energy, Aqua? How are you going to be feeling? I'm getting a sense of relief here, guys. Yeah, Six of Swords. Because, Aquarius, you're going to continue your journey, but this time you're going to do it knowing that you have financial stability underneath you. Anything else? Page of Cups. There's going to be a thank you, and there's going to be I love you. So Aquarius, I don't think you're going to have to open that door, that last resort door. And it's because if you have the courage and confidence to approach your family, to say, this is my last resort, I have no choice, you may be surprised what they come up with. You may be surprised and relieved. Okay? So, Aquarius, I hope this has hit the right group of Aquarians. Let me know, as always, in the comments. I'm leaving it there. Take care of yourselves. And of course, I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, Aqua. Bye now.